Piggybacking on our previous episode on college savings plans, we discovered just how much college expenses have been expanding rapidly throughout the years. Well, there's a form called the FAFSA that parents and students can fill out to see if you qualify for federal student aid. So, as lifelong learners ourselves, let's discover this FAFSA and figure out how to fill it out correctly. Hello my friends, welcome to another episode of Fast Financial Facts. My name is Skyba with JCB Wealth Management, and if you've enjoyed any of the videos we posted so far, please click that subscribe button to make sure you don't miss any content. My hope is to post videos every Friday with new financial topics to learn about. I hope to see you there. Getting into the topic at hand, today we're talking about the FAFSA. Now the FAFSA is an acronym standing for Free Application for Federal Student Aid. Essentially, it is the application you submit to the U.S. government to see if you qualify for student aid rather than the student aid itself. Completing the FAFSA could open up a student to a variety of student aid options, including grants and federal loans through the U.S. Department of Education. It is worth completing this form because it is very easy to fill out and your student could qualify even if you believe you guys make too much money. According to the official government benefits website, there are a few eligibility requirements your student must meet before you can submit the FAFSA. First, be a U.S. citizen or eligible non-citizen. Second, have a valid Social Security number. Third, register with Selective Service if you are a male and 18 to 25 years of age. You could go to the Selective Service System website for more information. Fourth, have a high school diploma or a General Education Development or GED certificate or passing an approved exam by the U.S. Department of Education. Fifth, be enrolled or accepted for enrollment as a regular student working toward a degree or certificate in an eligible program at a school that participates in the federal student aid program. Sixth, not have a drug conviction for an offense that occurred while you were receiving federal student aid. And seventh, any other requirements that may apply, usually through your school's financial aid office, that they would consider a requirement. If your student qualifies, it opens the door to receive either federal loans or grants to help pay for tuition and other college expenses. One of the more popular forms of federal student aid is the federal Pell Grant. Now, I don't want to get too far off topic regarding the FAFSA and start discussing all the types of federal student loans and grants. However, to show how important it is to complete the FAFSA, the website NordWallet in 2018 conducted a study showing that $2.6 billion in federal Pell Grants was not issued because not enough students filled out the FAFSA. These students were eligible for Pell Grants, but they did not receive them because they didn't complete and submit the FAFSA. The lesson here is when you're entering college, complete and submit the FAFSA. No excuses. Now that we're through the boring stuff about what the FAFSA is and what it could possibly provide, let's look at how to successfully fill it out to see if your student will qualify for federal student aid. The first step you need to do to complete the FAFSA is to create a federal student aid ID or an FSA ID. This can be found in the Department of Education website for student aid. All forms I reference and links for them will be included in the description for this video. It is quick and easy to create an FSA ID online. Just please note that if the student is a dependent of their parents, one of the parents has to create an FSA ID for themselves online and include that as well on the FAFSA. Do not mix up the parent FSA ID and the student FSA ID, as this could create a delay in your student receiving federal student aid that they may qualify for. Also, please note that when you are creating these IDs, use information as it is stated on your Social Security card. This will speed up the verification process. After these IDs are created, you are ready to get into the FAFSA. This form can be completed either online or through paper and mail. Go to fafsa.gov to start the process. I have included a link in the description if you would like to print the form off, fill it out by hand, and mail it in. However, I strongly urge you complete the FAFSA online because those are received and processed much quicker. The first few pages of the FAFSA is basic information on the student. These are steps 1 through 3. Information that is collected includes demographics, ID information, residence, taxable and untaxed income received, and information on their dependency status. Step 4 is the section for information about the student's parents, if required. If unclear if the student will qualify as a dependent, Step 3 has 13 questions checking dependency status. If all questions in this step are answered no, you would continue on to Step 4 and complete the parent's information section. If any question is answered yes in Step 3, you would skip Step 4 and head straight to Step 5. At this point, I would just like to point out that an excellent resource to use to fill out this form is your most recent tax return. This will provide you with the most accurate information when completing sections on income. The online form has a neat tax transfer tool to help complete the FAFSA. The IRS data retrieval tool can be used to automatically update income information directly into the FAFSA. This graphic from the Department of Education shows you the process. Staying with financial information, both parents and student sections will ask about monies for checking and savings accounts. Also, net worth of investments for parents and students will be asked as well. This will include the value of investments for real estate, but will not include that of your primary residence. For example, you own a home in a subdivision in the suburbs, but for an investment you also own 5 acres of land somewhere else. For this section in the FAFSA, you would include the value of that 5 acres of land, but not that of your home in the suburbs. Now, let's talk about step number 5. You would only complete this section if you answered yes to anything in step 3 and you skip step 4 about parents. Otherwise, move ahead to step number 6. So, talking about step number 6, now that all this information is in the FAFSA, how does the Department of Education know where to send this information for universities that you hope to attend? Step 6 answers this question. It allows you to tell the U.S. government where to send this information. Essentially, you give them a list of schools and they will send all pertinent information in the FAFSA to these universities. About the only thing they will not send to the universities is the list you include in step 6. The information collected in this section include a federal school code, name and address of the university, state where the university is located, and the student's housing plans, whether that's living on campus or with their parents off campus. The Federal Student Aid website has a list of the codes for each university. A link will be provided in the description. Finally, step 7 is where you sign and date the form. If parent information is needed for the form, the parent who created the FSA ID is the one who needs to sign and date it. If you went to a pay preparer to complete the FAFSA, their information, signature, and date are needed as well. If you went the pay preparer option, then you probably selected the paper and mail option. Congratulations, you have completed the FAFSA. You are ready to submit it either online or mail it in. The address to which you will mail is included on the first instruction page of the FAFSA, but I have included it in this video for your reference. Finally, one last important note on the FAFSA. You must complete and submit this form every single school year. It's not a one and done, it's an annual obligation. If you need assistance with completing the FAFSA, please reach out to us and we can help. Or you can find someone in your local area to assist you. Now that we have finished and submitted the FAFSA, your student could receive a variety of financial assistance to go to school. So, next week, we're going to be cool and stay in school and explore different financial aid options to students. Always remember, learning is your guide to successful decision making, and we hope to be your guide on your financial journey.